Hello and welcome to Wiregrass Sports. I'll be your host tonight, Brendan Adams, and I'm glad that you are joining us tonight on Week 9. A lot to talk about, a lot, as region play is going to come to an end and decisions will be made of who is in the playoffs and who is staying at home. Thank you again for joining us on Wiregrass Sports. If you're watching on Facebook, be sure and hit that share button for us down there. We're also on YouTube. Be sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Biggest news this week breaking is Holland Home High School in violation of an eligibility rule with a player, and they have forfeited 7 of their games this season. After going 8-0, they now are 2-7 after a win last night. They will be 2-7 now, which will put them toward the bottom of that region and will not be able to participate in postseason play, as they will also be on a 1-year probation. Also want to commend the school for reporting it themselves, coming forward and sharing the information with Alabama High School Athletic Association and bringing the information to them, coming forward themselves, knowing what would happen after breaking the rules in violation. Without further ado, this is a live scoreboard show. Let's go ahead and see how those scores stand. Luverne playing last night. Let me just go ahead and tell you, Luverne playing Sampson last night. Luverne comes away with a win, 47-14. Highland Home played Goshen last night. They come away with the victory. They did beat Goshen 35-21. That gives them another win, so they are 2-7. But let's look at some of the other scores as they stand right now. Once again, I want to thank you for joining us on this Friday night. We are live, Wiregrass Sports. It is week 9. Only one more week left, depending on if you had a bye week, like Ayrton High School. Ayrton High School, they're done for regular season. They'll play their last game tonight. Some schools will have another game next week, but tonight should wrap up region play, which will also determine who's in the playoffs and who's staying at home, whose season is over. So let's go and take a look at a couple of regions provided to you by Alabama, Southeast Alabama Livestock. Saturday, November 9th, they will have their bull and replacement sale, South Alabama bull and replacement sale at 1 o'clock, Saturday, November 9th. At South Alabama Stockyard in Brundage, Alabama. Let's take a look at some of those regions right now. Class 2A, Region 3, sitting at the top of that region, Luverne High School. And number 2 will be Goshen. Number 3 will be Zion Chapel and Sampson. They're currently showing a tie there. And Zion Chapel with a big win over New Brockton tonight should put them in the 3 spot, Sampson in the 4 spot. So there are the 4 that will make it there. Let's have another look at another region. Region 2 in Class A, Ayrton High School in the top spot. GW Long's going to come in that second spot, Abbeville in the third, and Daleville in the fourth. So those are the teams that will make it there. Once again, that's been brought to you by South Alabama Stockyard. Check out their South Alabama Bull and Replacement Sale Saturday, November 9th at 1 o'clock at South Alabama Stockyard in Brundage, Alabama. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Some of those scores finalized. We'll talk about some more of those games and where those teams stand in playoffs. We'll be right back. You're watching Wiregrass Sports.
The NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At nfhslearn.com, you can find over 60 courses for coaches, administrators, officials, parents, students, and performing arts programs, including over 25 free courses such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. For more information, visit the NFHS Learning Center.
We are Laverne Veterinary Hospital. Our goal at Laverne Veterinary Hospital is to provide the ultimate care because our animal friends teach us more than we could expect and love us more than we could hope. Dr. Troy Jones, Dr. Lewis Jones, and Dr. Brittany Reynolds will treat your pets like family. Mr. Perry Hill is available by appointment for your furry friends' grooming needs, serving you at the convenient location of 918 South Forest Avenue in Laverne.
South Alabama Stockyard, family owned and operated by cattle farmers right here in Southeast Alabama. Come every Wednesday at 12 p.m. and join the best buyers and sellers from all over the area. Whether you come for the experience, looking at getting into the cattle business, or maintaining and growing your farm, South Alabama Stockyard is where all the farmers are. Vendors are on site at every auction, so come on and have lunch with us. Located at 268 County Road 5522, Troy, Alabama.
Preston's Steak and Grill in Troy and Laverne serves quality food cooked over a wood-fired grill. Call us for any event you may need catered. Located at 1647 US 231 Troy and 149 Forest Avenue in Laverne.
Hook's Barbecue, down-home barbecue in a counter-served setting, located on Emma Drive off of Highway 231 in Troy, Alabama.
Welcome back to Wiregrass Sports. I'm your host tonight, Brendan Adams. Thank you again for joining us on Week 9. If you haven't already, you're watching on Facebook, we'd appreciate you hitting that share button down there, sharing us with all your friends to know Wiregrass Sports is live. We are currently looking at bringing you playoff games this postseason as a third-party NFHS affiliate. We have the ability to bring you 4 playoff games all the way up to the championship game. So 4 rounds of playoffs that we can bring you. We're currently looking for sponsors. Our phone number is 334-697-3644. If you own a business or you work for a business that is interested in affordable advertising this football season in postseason, give us a call. We're able to show you how many eyes were on our games. Each game individually, you will be exposed to thousands and thousands and thousands of viewers. Our regular season last year, we averaged 5,000 viewers a game. Postseason was over 6,000. So, we can guarantee and show you numbers of affordable advertising. Give us a call. Let us explain the options that we have for you. Also, our phone lines are open now to take your call to come on the show. A lot of things to discuss. Do you think the school that you pull for, what's their chances in the playoffs? How far will they go? What do you think? A couple of games last night that were played were some controversial things that happened. I would like to hear your views on those. The things that happened at the game. I know that some parents have been concerned about safety of themselves and kids at games since those games last night. So give us a call. If you're at a game tonight, call in a score. Tell us what you saw. Let's talk high school football in Southeast Alabama on Wiregrass Sports. Let's go back and take a look, courtesy of South Alabama Stockyard, their South Alabama Bull and Replacement sale Saturday, November 9th, 2019 at 1 o'clock. Bull and Replacement sale, South Alabama Stockyard in Brundage. Let's go ahead and take a look at another Class 5A Region 2. Currently, Valley High School sitting in the 1 spot. They were tied with Charles Henderson. That game was played tonight. Charles Henderson is going to take a loss. So Valley will be at the 1 spot. Charles Henderson at the 2. Rehoboth in the 3 spot. That is a school that did not win a single game last year. So if you want to go back to Wiregrass Sports Archives, you can scroll through Facebook. It's easier to find on YouTube. You can go back and look at the last regular season game we had last year. Rehoboth went to Dale County High School. Dale County High School played host to Rehoboth. That was a very, very hard-fought game. To see Rehoboth play in that game, you would not have thought that they had lost every game that year. It come down to the wire. Cat's out of the bag, they lost because they didn't win a single game last year, but that game is worth another watch. So this year, to come out, I know they were 6-2 before tonight, but for Rehoboth to come out and finish a 3 spot in that region, shout out to Rehoboth High School and the coaching staff for turning that school around. Greenville is going to come in that 4 spot there. So Charles Henderson will make it to the playoffs. Once again, our phone lines are open, 334-697-3644. Give us a call and let us know what you saw last night. If you were at the Luverne Sampson game or Highland Home Goshen game, we'd like to hear from you. If you were at a game tonight, give us a call. Give us a call. We'll take a quick break, but before we do, let's take a look at those scores once again and see if most of them's finalized now. We'll be back in just a second. Thank you for watching Wiregrass Sports.
Well, it finally happened, Zachary. Somebody burned down my she shed.
Nobody burned down your she shed, Cheryl.
Well, my she shed's on fire.
Your she shed was struck by lightning.
Zachary, is my she shed covered by State Farm?
Your she shed's covered, Cheryl.
You hear that, Victor? I'm getting a new she shear she shed.
She shear?
Mm-hmm.
That's wonderful news.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Call State Farm agent Burrice Gracie today.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
Trojan Auto Parts of Troy, home of Napa Know-How. Stop by and see owners Mike and Melissa Kilcrease and their Napa Know-How team with over 100 years of combined experience. We're the only locally owned parts store in Pike County, and we're fully stocked and ready to serve you. We pride ourselves on being your go-to parts store, not only for the simple items, but we specialize in those hard-to-find items as well. Trojan Auto Parts, the right part at the right price at the right time. Napa, a name you've trusted here in Troy since 1945.
TLC Plus is your one-stop shop for pressure washing, landscaping, custom woodworking, and full-service electrical work. Licensed and insured, there is no job too big or too small. They offer flexible hours with no overtime charges, weekdays until 8 p.m. and on Saturdays. With hundreds of satisfied customers from across the Wiregrass, TLC Plus has competitive pricing and the best warranty in the industry. Give them a call today at 334-268-1515.
Coaches teach your kids to dream. Coaches teach your kids to overcome. Coaches teach your kids good sportsmanship. Coaches teach your kids proper technique. But who teaches your coaches?
The NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At NFHSLearn.com, you can find over 60 courses for coaches, administrators, officials, parents, students, and performing arts programs, including over 25 free courses such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. For more information, visit the NFHS Learning Center.
We are Laverne Veterinary Hospital. Our goal at Laverne Veterinary Hospital is to provide the ultimate care because our animal friends teach us more than we could expect and love us more than we could hope. Dr. Troy Jones, Dr. Lewis Jones, and Dr. Brittany Reynolds will treat your pets like family. Mr. Perry Hill is available by appointment for your furry friends' grooming needs, serving you at the convenient location of 918 South Forest Avenue in Laverne.
Good evening and welcome back to Wiregrass Sports. There's one correction I want to make on our region lineups. Once again, that's brought to you by South Alabama Stockyard. Their South Alabama Bull and replacement sale Saturday, November 9th at 1 o'clock. It is going to be in Class 2A Region 3. New Brockton with a big win tonight over Zion Chapel. I apologize, our graphics had not updated at that time. New Brockton with a big win over Zion Chapel will put them tied in the 3 spot with Sampson in that region. Class 2A Region 3. That game will be played next week to determine the 3 spot and the 4 spot. New Brockton will play Sampson High School. Once again, I want to tell you our phone lines are open, 334-697-3644. We'd like to hear from you. Give us a call tonight. What if you were at a game tonight, what you saw. Let us know what school you're pulling for in the playoffs, who you think will make it the furthest, what's going on in high school football Southeast Alabama. We're excited to be able to bring you playoff games this postseason. We have that ability being a third-party NFHS affiliate. So if you own a business or work for a business, visit our website at www.thewiregrassports.com. On there's contact information at the very bottom, email address and phone number. You can give us a call. We can go over options with you for advertising in playoff games. Also on there's a score banner under our live feed that you will see. It's updated for all sports, all seasons. So every Friday night, Saturday, you can't remember who won, who beat who. Go on there, look at that score banner, and check out scores. Let's take a quick break. Look at those. Every score should be final now. So let's go and take a look at those scores. Once again, you're watching Wiregrass Sports.
South Alabama Stockyard, family owned and operated by cattle farmers right here in Southeast Alabama. Come every Wednesday at 12 p.m. and join the best buyers and sellers from all over the area. Whether you come for the experience, looking at getting into the cattle business, or maintaining and growing your farm, South Alabama Stockyard is where all the farmers are. Vendors are on site at every auction, so come on and have lunch with us. Located at 268 County Road 5522, Troy, Alabama.
Preston's Steak and Grill in Troy and Laverne serves quality food cooked over a wood-fire grill. Call us for any event you may need catered. Located at 1647 US 231 Troy and 149 Forest Avenue in Laverne.
Hook's Barbecue, down-home barbecue in a counter-served setting, located on Emma Drive off of Highway 231 in Troy, Alabama.
Well, it finally happened, Zachary. Somebody burned down my she shed.
Nobody burned down your she shed, Cheryl.
Well, my she shed's on fire.
The she shed was struck by lightning.
Zachary, is my she shed covered by State Farm?
Your she shed's covered, Cheryl.
You hear that, Victor? I'm getting a new she shed.
She shed?
Mm-hmm.
That's wonderful news.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Call State Farm agent Burrice Gracie today.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
Welcome back to Wiregrass Sports. Thank you again for joining us on your Friday night. We are live. It is week 9 as most of region play comes to an end. There may be a few scattered out throughout for next week. Some teams may not even play next week in week 10, but we are closing to the end. Let's go to the phone now. We have Coach Snyder from Goshen High School on the line. Coach Snyder, how you doing?
We're doing good, sir. And yourself?
Doing good for a Friday night. Congratulations on number 2 spot in the region. I believe that's pretty much sealed in the deal.
Yes, sir. It's the way it seems right there. You know, it's very exciting to be able to have that and to be able to host that first round at home. Or two right there.
That is big, and it gives you an advantage definitely in postseason play. So I'm sure you've already got your eyes on that first week. You've got Brantley next week, so let's talk Brantley next week. So what are you doing to prepare for Brantley next week?
Well, we're doing our normal thing. We'll meet on a Sunday afternoon, and we'll break down our film. And with the huddle, you're capable of, doing that a little earlier. And we'll be doing that. But as far as individual coaches, and then we'll come together and meet about what we see and put our week plan together, and we'll work on Brantley as far as really honestly looking toward the first round of the playoffs. We take it as we got Brantley first, and that's a big game for us. Not only is it such a big game as playing Brantley, but we're also honoring a former coach in Bob Booth that won the Lions Bowl back in the late 70s, early 80s. I'm not really sure on which of those he did, but he a great guy, a great coach that well respected in our area, probably one of the best high school coaches that's been through Goshen High School. And we got several alumni coming back. We have a lot going on that night, and plus it's senior night. So, it's a big night for us over there at Goshen. And, and then on top of it, you play a great team that's coached by a great coach and Coach Roland Jones, which I think is pushing his 100th win. So, he's got a lot at stake, and a great guy and a great staff and a great program there at Brantley.
Yeah, I know you coming in second in the region, you don't want to say, hey, we've sealed it, it's done, next week doesn't matter. I like your mentality of saying, okay, this is week one of our playoffs. We've got 5 weeks before we get to that championship game. So, tell us what you look as far as injury-wise right now, Coach. Everyone healthy?
We have, it's 2A football, and entering week 10 next week. And of course, we've played some very physical and some very good football teams. I had a good game last night with Highland Home, a very physical game. So yeah, we do have some bumps and bruises, but it's nothing that we don't think that we can to get through. The only thing is playing our week 10 game against a very physical and very strong and powerful team as you play in Brantley. But if you're going to play to be the best, you got to line up and play the best, and that's what we feel like we put on our schedule in our non-region games as we play Georgiana, Ayrton, and of course ending the season with Brantley.
Well, I know you know exactly how those NFL teams feel now once they lock those playoff berths that those other players are on the bench. But like you said, to be the best, you've got to play the best. You got to beat the best. Once again, congratulations to you on the playoff berth at Goshen High School. I know they're very proud to have you, and we look forward to talking to you throughout the playoffs, Coach.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, and thank y'all for what y'all are doing for the high school athletics in our area. It's great to be able to promote our programs and the way that y'all do, and we greatly appreciate it. And we're talking to you next week.
Yes, sir. Have a good weekend. That was Coach Bart Snyder from Goshen. They're going to seal the number 2 spot in that region of Class A. With home field advantage in the first round of the playoffs. Like he said, to them, their first round starts next week with Brantley, and they'll play 5 rounds before they get to that championship game. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Let's go ahead. I'm sorry. Let's go to the phones. My producer's telling me we've got another phone call. So let's go to the phones now, and we'll get some of those Facebook comments queued up as well. So let's go to the phones take another caller now. On the line, Neil Armstrong. How you doing tonight, Neil?
Hey, Brandon. Good evening, man. Calling in from Valley, Alabama, where the Charles Henderson Trojans took on the Valley Rams way up here in Lee County tonight. And Trojans drop a heartbreaker, 41-20, much closer than the score shows, Brandon. It was a 21-20 game with a few minutes left in the third quarter, and the Trojans kind of imploded with 6 or 7 personal fouls and 5 ejections, and also a couple of star players got injured in that third quarter as well. J.B. Sanders came out of the game. Ezekiel Caldwell came out of the game injured, did not go back in. We had offensive linemen go out of the game. And the game just unfolded on the Trojans in the fourth quarter. They lose to the Valley Rams 41-20. But, like I said, with just a few minutes left in the third quarter, the Trojans 21-20. And it was a toe-to-toe battle for the championship of the region. And the Trojans just could not keep their composure with getting personal fouls and ejections, and it unraveled on them. And ended up losing 41-20, but we will drop from the 1 seed to the 4 seed, and we will travel first round. What else has been going on, man? I appreciate you taking my call, and everybody listening to the Charles Henderson Trojans.
Yes, sir, Neil. Hey, we appreciate you. Hey, we know how tough that is. we've seen that in games before this season. Brantley-Luverne game was the same way. It was a game up through third quarter, a little bit of the fourth, and things turned around, and Luverne just took it away. Have you got any more on those injuries and how that may affect the first round of the playoffs for the Trojans? You know, being big, this will be 2 years in a row they make it in the playoffs. How are those injuries going to affect that, or will they be returned by, week one of the playoffs?
Well, Brandon, that's something we just don't know right now. The Trojans' best linebacker, J.B. Sanders, leads the team in interceptions, leads the team in tackles, the absolute alpha of the defense, made an interception in the middle of the third quarter. And as he was returning the interception, he got forevermore tackled really hard and waylaid on the sideline, returning an interception. And he either has a broken rib or he may be in concussion protocol. We just don't know. He was having trouble breathing. And he did not play the rest of the game. So I'm sure the doctors will get a diagnosis on him later tonight or tomorrow morning, and just don't know about him moving forward. But he is the captain of the defense, the alpha, number 8, J.B. Sanders, and everybody just keep him in your prayers. Hopefully he'll be healthy.
We definitely will, Neil. We definitely will. Hey, Sunday nights on Troy Cable Channel 2, Sports Chat with Neil and Wally. You want to check it out. You know what we need to do, Neil?
What's that, Brandon?
We need to get together, maybe take some of these commercials you guys have and put them together, and then every Friday and Sunday night we show a bit of big hits from the week, and we call it Getting Wallied.
That's right. He's sitting behind me right here, right now in the truck, as we were up here doing the delay tape, and that would be pretty neat. That'd be cool. Yeah, just like Brandon was just saying, Sports Chat with Neil and Wally, 6 o'clock on Sunday nights. We recap all the high school action, most of the college action, and a little bit of the pro. We have a good time doing it. We compose our own commercials. If you want a good laugh and you want to stay on top of local high school sports and college sports, give us a look on Facebook, Sports Chat with Neil and Wally, and also Troy Cable, Channel 2, 6 o'clock, Brandon. I appreciate you taking my call.
Yes, sir. Have a good weekend, Neil.
All right, talk to you later.
Congratulations to Charles Henderson. You heard it there from him. The loss from Valley will actually put Charles Henderson in the 4 spot. So they will not have home field advantage in the playoffs, and they will travel. Let's take a look at scores, and we'll be right back in just a second.
Trojan Auto Parts of Troy, home of Napa know-how. Stop by and see owners Mike and Melissa Kilcrease and their Napa know-how team with over 100 years of combined experience. We're the only locally owned parts store in Pike County, and we're fully stocked and ready to serve you. We pride ourselves on being your go-to parts store, not only for the simple items, but we specialize in those hard-to-find items as well. Trojan Auto Parts, the right part at the right price at the right time. Napa, a name you've trusted here in Troy since 1945.
TLC Plus is your one-stop shop for pressure washing, landscaping, custom woodworking, and full-service electrical work. Licensed and insured, there is no job too big or too small. They offer flexible hours with no overtime charges, weekdays until 8 p.m. and on Saturdays. With hundreds of satisfied customers from across the Wiregrass, TLC Plus has competitive pricing and the best warranty in the industry. Give them a call today at 334-268-1515.
Once again, fans, I want to thank you for joining Wiregrass Sports on a Friday night, for tuning in. If you're watching on Facebook, we'd appreciate you hitting that share button down there, sharing us with your friends. You can also go to our page and invite your friends to like our Wiregrass Facebook page, Wiregrass Sports Facebook page, our website, www.thewiregrasssports.com. You can see our live stream on that website. If you'd rather watch from a desktop or something, there's also a score banner on there with live score updates throughout any season, any sport. Check that out. Let's go right now and take a look at some of our Facebook comments, what's been happening tonight. You can see there, Joey Harrelson says, that's too small to read. If you're talking about when we show our score updates, if you'll turn your device horizontal, it should go full screen. If it doesn't, you want to choose full screen, turn it horizontal so it's a lot bigger. Print will be bigger. You can see a lot better. We would advise you to watch on a TV. If you've got a YouTube app or Amazon Fire Stick, any of the Amazon devices, you can go to the Amazon, search Wiregrass Sports, download the app, watch it on your TV. Find us on YouTube if you've got a YouTube app on your TV, and watch on YouTube. So let's see another comment here. Trey Ponder said, what will happen if Highland Home gets the ruling overturned? My understanding, I have been told by some sources, no official sources, some sources, that the school has appealed the ruling because of circumstances with the family of the student. So that is a possibility. We'd like to hear your comment. Give us a call tonight. Let us know. Trey Ponder says, so does that mean we will be number one and go in the playoffs? Joshua Hodge says they will be region champs. Highland Home with an appeal there may have the opportunity to come back and be region champs there, getting a playoff bid. Our phone number, 334-697-3644 is our number. Once again, we're looking for sponsors for postseason play. We really want to be able to bring you postseason action, playoff games, all the way up to semifinals. We need sponsors to do that. We're fully sponsor funded. So if you own a business or work for a business that's interested in that, give us a call. Go to our website, and you can send us an email there, www.thewiregrasssports.com. We'd like to hear from you and get that opportunity to you. Once again, let's take a look at the final scores for this week. We'll let it roll through and look up matchups for next week. Brandon Adams, it's been a pleasure hosting you this season. Next week will be our last week. It'll be week 10 in a regular season. I have enjoyed it thoroughly. Looking forward to playoff games where the voice of Wiregrass Sports, Joshua Hodge, will be back bringing you that coverage so you won't have to listen to me anymore. Have a good night and a good weekend. We'll see you next week.